This message found you for a reason, and it couldn't wait any longer. You weren't supposed to see this. Not now, not at this exact moment. But here you are. And I need you to stop just for a second. Pause everything, breathe slowly, because what you're about to hear isn't just motivation. It's a warning, where something is shifting, something is closing in, and deep down you already feel it, don't you? That quiet pressure in your chest, that strange urgency you can't explain, that feeling like time is running out. Not in a fearful way, but in a critical way. Like something important, something life-changing, is about to happen, before tomorrow. Why do you think this message found you today? Out of billions of people, scrolling distracted asleep, why you? Why now? This isn't random. You've always known you were different. Even as a child you felt it. You saw things others ignored. You felt things others couldn't understand. And maybe you tried to silence it. Tried to blend in. Tried to be normal. But no matter how hard you tried, something inside you kept whispering. This isn't who you are. Let me ask you something. Why have you been feeling more restless lately? Why has your mind been racing at night? Why do you feel like you're standing at the edge of something, but you can't see it yet? Because you're not just sensing change. You're being called into it. Listen carefully. There are moments in life that define everything. Moments that don't announce themselves loudly, but quietly demand your attention. And if you miss them, they don't come back. This is one of those moments. You feel it, don't you? That pull. That invisible force telling you to wake up, to move, to act. And at the same time, something is holding you back. Doubt, fear, overthinking. The same patterns repeating again and again. But what if I told you, this hesitation, this delay, this waiting, is exactly what you can't afford anymore? Because something is approaching, not in days, not next week, soon. Before tomorrow, something shifts, and the version of you that hesitates, the version that doubts, the version that waits for the perfect time, won't be ready. Do you understand what I'm saying? This isn't about motivation anymore. This is about alignment. There are two versions of you right now. One who continues as they are, scrolling, waiting, doubting, letting opportunities slip quietly through their fingers, and another who finally listens, who finally acts, who steps forward even without clarity, even without guarantees. Which one are you? No, really, which one are you? Because tonight, before tomorrow arrives, that choice becomes real. Think about your life. All the times you felt something pulling you, but you ignored it. All the opportunities that almost happened, but didn't. All the moments where you said, I'll do it later. What did later ever give you? Well, exactly. Nothing changes in later. Everything changes in now. And that's why this message found you now. Not yesterday. Not next week. Now, you weren't chosen because you're perfect. You were chosen because you're aware. Because something inside you still listens. Even when the world tries to drown it out. But awareness comes with responsibility. And this is where most people fail. They feel the call, but they don't answer. They sense the shift, but they don't move. They know, but they hesitate. What and hesitation right now is dangerous. Because when the moment arrives, it won't wait for you to feel ready. It won't slow down for your doubts. It won't explain itself. It will simply appear and pass. And the question is, will you recognize it? Or will you miss it like all the others? Listen. There's a reason your energy has been different lately. A reason things feel off. A reason certain people are fading from your life, while new thoughts, new ideas, new urges are rising inside you. You're being prepared. But preparation means nothing if you don't act. So let me ask you again. Why are you here? Why did you stop scrolling? Why did you feel something and decide to listen? Because part of you already knows this is real, this matters, and this moment won't come again in the same way. Before tomorrow, something will present itself. An idea, a decision, an opportunity, a realization. Something small but powerful. And it will require one thing from you: action. Not perfection, not certainty, action. And if you hesitate, even for a moment, you risk losing it. That's the truth no one tells you. Destiny doesn't wait. It tests. It shows up quietly and watches who's ready. So right now, in this exact moment, I need you to make a decision. Not later, not after this video. Now, will you keep living the same way, hoping something changes? Or will you finally step into what you've been feeling all along? Because time isn't just moving, it's narrowing. And whatever is meant for you is getting closer. But it won't chase you, it won't beg you, it won't wait forever. It will arrive once. And the only question that matters is, will you be ready before tomorrow? Because by tomorrow something will test you. You've been feeling something lately, haven't you? You've been feeling it, haven't you? That quiet, unexplainable shift inside you. Not loud, not obvious, but constant. Like something is changing, and you don't fully understand what. It started subtly. Maybe just a little restlessness, a slight discomfort in moments that used to feel normal. Sitting in the same place, doing the same things. But suddenly, it doesn't feel the same anymore. You try to relax, but your mind won't let you. You try to distract yourself, but something keeps pulling your attention back inward.
Why? Why now?
Why does everything feel different? Let's talk about that restlessness. Because it's not just boredom. No, this goes deeper than that. This is the kind of restlessness that doesn't go away, even when you're doing something you usually enjoy. You scroll, you watch, you listen. But something inside you whispers, this isn't it. You go out, you talk to people, you laugh. But there's a part of you distant, observing. Like you're not fully there, like you're watching your own life from the outside. Have you felt that? That strange disconnect? It's confusing, isn't it? Because nothing is wrong on the surface, but inside something feels off. And then comes the overthinking, not the normal kind, but the kind that keeps you awake at night, the kind that replays everything, every decision, every conversation, every possibility, over and over and over again. What am I supposed to be doing? Why does this feel incomplete? Is there something I'm missing? And no matter how much you think, you don't get clear answers. Only more questions. Oh, it's exhausting. Mentally, emotionally, even physically. But here's the part that makes it even harder. You can't explain it to anyone. Because how do you describe something you don't fully understand yourself? How do you tell someone, I feel like my entire inner world is shifting, but nothing on the outside proves it? They wouldn't get it. So you stay quiet, you carry it alone. But you're not alone in this. Not really. Because what you're experiencing is something deeper than confusion. It's awareness. Sudden, unexpected awareness. A moments where everything becomes clear, even if only for a second. Moments where you see through things you used to accept without question. You start noticing patterns. In people, in situations, in your own behavior. Things that once felt normal now feel strange, out of place. You begin to question everything. Why do I do this? Why do they act like that? Why does this life feel so limited? And once you see it, you can't unsee it. That's the shift. It's not loud. It doesn't announce itself. It creeps in quietly. Through restlessness, through overthinking, through those brief flashes of clarity. Until one day, you realize you're not the same person anymore. But here's where it gets difficult. Because while something inside you is evolving, Your external world hasn't caught up yet. You're still in the same environment, around the same people, living the same routines. And that creates tension, a silent pressure between who you were and who you're becoming. Have you noticed that? That strange feeling of being in between. But not fully your old self, but not fully your new self either. It's uncomfortable, unstable, sometimes even scary. Because the old version of you felt predictable, safe, but this new version, it feels unknown, uncertain, and the mind doesn't like uncertainty. So it reacts with more overthinking, more resistance. Am I overreacting? Is this all in my head? Why can't I just go back to how things were? But you can't. Because once awareness begins, there's no going back to unconsciousness. And that's why the restlessness stays. It's not there to disturb you. It's there to wake you up. Or every time you feel uncomfortable, every time your mind starts racing, every time you sense that something isn't right. That's not a problem. That's a signal that you're outgrowing something. Maybe it's your environment, maybe it's your habits, maybe it's your identity. But something no longer fits. And your inner world is trying to tell you, over and over again, through the restlessness, this isn't where you belong anymore. Through the overthinking, there's something you need to figure out. Through the sudden awareness, there's more than what you've been living. Do you see it now? This isn't random. This isn't meaningless. This is a process, a transition. And transitions are never comfortable. They're messy, confusing, full of doubt. Because you're shedding something old while stepping into something new without fully understanding what that new is yet. And that space, that in-between space, is where you are right now. It's why you feel lost sometimes, why you question everything, why you feel disconnected, even from people you care about. It's not because something is wrong with you. It's because something is changing within you. And change always feels like chaos in the beginning, but look closer. Within the chaos, there's clarity trying to emerge. Within the noisy, there's a quiet truth waiting to be heard. And within that restlessness, there's direction. You just have to listen. Not to the overthinking, not to the fear, but to that deeper feeling, the one beneath all the noise, the one that doesn't shout, but simply knows. Because even in your most confused moments, there's a part of you that feels certain. Certain that something is happening. Certain that this means something. Certain that you're being pulled towards something more. And you are. You're not imagining it. You're not losing yourself. You're finding yourself. But finding yourself doesn't feel like clarity at first. It feels like losing everything you thought you were. And that's why it's so intense. Why it keeps you up at night. Why it distracts you during the day. Why it makes you feel like you're standing still, while everything inside you is moving. But this is the shift. This is what it feels like when your inner world begins to expand. So instead of resisting it, pause. Instead of questioning it endlessly, observe. Instead of trying to go back, allow yourself to move forward, even if you don't know where forward leads yet. Because this feeling, this strange mix of restlessness, overthinking, and sudden awareness, isn't here to break you. It's here to transform you, like something is silently approaching. The pressure you're under right now isn't random. You wake up, and the first thing you feel isn't the sun or the comfort of your bed. It's that weight pressing down on your chest. Not just physical, not just the day ahead, but a weight that comes from inside. A pressure that has been growing, quietly, steadily, until it's impossible to ignore. Your mind is racing before your eyes even open. Thoughts you didn't invite, fears you thought you left behind, questions you never knew you were asking. What if I fail today? What if I can't fix this? What if this keeps happening forever? And before you can even get up, your body feels tired. Not just sleepy, but heavy. Like you're carrying invisible burdens on your shoulders, and no one else can see them. You step into your day hoping for something normal, hoping that somehow it will be manageable. But then it begins. Unexpected problems. Small at first. A message that ruins your morning. A call that wasn't meant to be. A sudden demand you weren't prepared for. And as the hours pass, they stack. Problem after problem. Complication after complication. It feels like the universe is testing you, pushing you, relentless, and the mental stress starts to take hold. Your thoughts are no longer quiet. They're loud. They overlap. They argue with each other. You think about what went wrong yesterday, what might go wrong tomorrow, and everything in between. Your mind won't stop. Even in the small pauses, the briefest moments of silence, it creeps back. What am I missing? What should I have done differently? Why is this happening now? And it's exhausting. Exhausting in a way that no coffee, no distraction, no escape can fix. You start noticing how it changes you. The little things. Your patience runs thin. Your temper flares for no reason. Your heart feels like it's carrying invisible bruises. And then there's emotional exhaustion. It's different from tiredness. It's not something that sleep can cure. It's the kind of fatigue that hits your soul. Your empathy feels thinner, your hope dimmer, and yet somehow the day keeps demanding more. You're pulled in all directions: work, family, responsibilities, unexpected challenges, problems that don't wait. And every small task feels monumental. Every decision feels heavy. Have you noticed how it starts to feel like the walls are closing in? Like no matter what you do, no matter how hard you try, you're barely keeping your head above water. And then, in the quiet moments, when you're alone, the pressure becomes almost unbearable. It's the kind of pressure that makes your chest tighten, your hands tremble, your thoughts spiral, and your emotions, well, they're frayed. You try to breathe. You try to remind yourself that it will pass. But the truth is, you can feel it in every cell. This is a storm, and it's relentless. It isn't just today. It's compounded. Layers of stress, one on top of the other, built over weeks, months, maybe years. And now, suddenly, it feels like it's reaching a breaking point. And the strange thing about this kind of pressure is how it teaches you things you didn't know you could handle. You notice how your mind stretches, how your body adapts, how your spirit, even when it feels cracked, refuses to break completely. But that doesn't make it easier. It doesn't soften the mental stress. It doesn't smooth out the unexpected problems. It doesn't erase the emotional exhaustion. It only makes you more aware of it, more aware of how heavy it feels, how real it is, how inescapable it seems at times. And that awareness is both a curse and a gift. Because the more you feel it, the more you know what you're capable of enduring. The more you realize that even under this weight, you are still moving forward. Even when the mind races uncontrollably, even when problems surprise you at every turn, even when your heart feels drained, you continue. And that's what this moment is about. It's about recognizing the intensity of your struggle, acknowledging the pressure that's building inside, naming the exhaustion that is so real, so raw, without letting it define you. Because the storm isn't permanent. The chaos doesn't last forever. The pressure, while overwhelming now, is shaping you. It's forcing your mind to stretch, your emotions to deepen, your resilience to awaken. And when you look back, you will see these days, these struggles, not as moments of defeat, but as proof. Proof that you can endure. Proof that you can navigate life, even when it's unpredictable. proof that you are stronger than you ever realized. But right now, you are in the heart of it. The mental stress, the unexpected problems, the emotional exhaustion, and that right there is where growth begins. So feel it, acknowledge it, sit in the weight of it, because the intensity you're experiencing is part of your transformation. When the day finally ends and your mind quiets, you'll know you've survived, you've endured, and somehow you're stronger than you were yesterday. Because pressure always comes before a test. What if everything happening right now is preparation? You feel it, don't you? The pressure, the struggle, the constant push against your limits. At times it feels unbearable. At times it feels like it will never end. But I want you to understand something right now. None of it is random. None of it is meaningless. Oh, every challenge you face, every obstacle that blocks your path, is not here to break you. It is here to prepare you, to train you. Think of gold, pure gold buried deep in the earth. It is strong, it is valuable, but it is raw, untested, unrefined. And what does gold face before it becomes what it is meant to be? Fire, relentless fire. Heat that pushes it to its limits. That tests its strength, its resilience, its purity. That is what your struggles are. Fire testing gold. Every hardship you endure, every moment you feel weak, every time the weight of life seems too heavy, it is the fire testing you. Not to punish you, but to reveal what you are made of. Have you noticed it? The times when life seems almost unbearable, when problems come in waves, when it feels like the storm will never end. That storm is not here to destroy you. It is here to train you. It is here to sharpen you. It is the storm before the calm. You see, no storm lasts forever. But the storm leaves something behind. It leaves clarity. It leaves strength. It leaves preparation. And when you step forward after the storm, you are ready. Are ready for what? The final challenge. The one you've been unknowingly preparing for your whole life. Every struggle, every setback, every heartbreak, every sleepless night, all of it a rehearsal, a training ground. Sometimes it doesn't feel like preparation. Sometimes it feels like suffering. But the truth is, it is training you for the moment that matters most. Think of an athlete. Every early morning, every repetition, every painful failure, all leading up to the day of the competition. Without those repetitions, without the sweat, the strain, the doubt, the victory would never come. Your life is the same. The struggles you face, the unexpected problems, the mental exhaustion, all of it is refining you. Fire testing gold, storm before calm. And you are not here by accident. Not in this place. Not in this moment. There is a reason your path has been so challenging. There is a reason the world has pressed against you, pushed you, tested you, over and over again. It is because destiny has chosen you. Because the final challenge, the defining moment, requires someone who has been prepared. Someone who has endured. Someone who has learned. Someone who has been forged in fire, tested in storms, tempered by trials. Every time you think you cannot go on, remember you are training. Every time life seems unfair, remember you are preparing. Every time your heart feels broken, every time your mind feels overwhelmed, every time your body aches, remember, this is your crucible. This is your training ground. This is the fire, the storm, the test. That will make you ready for what comes next. Do you feel it yet? That quiet voice inside you telling you that there is more, telling you that your struggle is not in vain, telling you that you are being prepared for something extraordinary. Imagine a sword being forged. The metal is heated, hammered, twisted, folded again and again. The process is painful, long, exhausting, and yet each strike makes the sword stronger, sharper, more precise. That is your life. That is your preparation. Every strike, every hardship, every trial shapes you into what you are meant to become. And when the final challenge arrives, you will not fear it. You will not be unprepared. You will meet it head on, because you have been forged in fire, tempered in storms, trained through struggle. Remember this. Struggle is not punishment. Struggle is not random. Struggle is training, preparation. Your destiny is approaching. And every trial you have faced, every burden you have carried, every night of doubt and exhaustion has been shaping you, refining you, readying you for the moment you were born to face. So when life presses harder, when the storm rages stronger, when the fire burns hotter, do not despair, do not quit, do not resist, but embrace it, because this is your preparation, this is your training, this is your destiny being revealed, one challenge at a time, until the final one comes. And when it does, you will be ready, you will be unshakable, you will rise because every struggle, every fire, every storm has been shaping you for this exact moment. And the final test is closer than you think. Before tomorrow, something will try to break your focus. You've been preparing for it your entire life, though you didn't know it yet. Every struggle, every heartbreak, every moment of doubt, all of it leading to something bigger, something unavoidable, something that will test everything you are and everything you've become. But what does the final challenge look like? How will it arrive? It will not announce itself with a fanfare. It will come quietly, suddenly, unexpectedly, in forms you might not anticipate. It may appear as emotional triggers. A word someone says, a glance that hits deeper than it should, a memory you thought you had buried resurfacing, and suddenly your composure cracks. You feel anger, fear, frustration, sadness, all swirling together. You realize this is not just stress. This is a test. Can you face it without breaking? Can you respond with clarity, instead of letting the old patterns of fear and reaction take over? Imagine this. A friend betrays you. Someone you trusted, someone you relied on, suddenly does the unthinkable. Your heart races. Your stomach twists. You want to lash out. You want to retreat. You want to hide from the pain. But this is the test. Will you act in anger or in strength? Will you let the old version of yourself respond, or the new, forged version, the one you've been training, rise to the occasion? Or perhaps the challenge comes in the form of bad news, a letter in the mail, a call in the night, a sudden medical report or financial collapse, something you never expected. Your world tilts, your plans crumble. You feel like the ground has shifted beneath your feet. And instinctively panic rises, the mind races. You feel small, powerless, overwhelmed. But that is the crucible, the moment where you must pause, breathe, see clearly, and act with precision, even when every part of you wants to give up. Then there are the sudden temptations, the ones that feel effortless, irresistible, like they are waiting for you to fail. It could be a choice that promises comfort, escape, or instant relief, even though you know deep down it could destroy your progress. A temptation to betray your values, to take the easy way, to ignore your destiny, and in that split second, your character is tested. Do you surrender to desire, or do you stand firm, knowing the fire of preparation will guide you? Picture this. You've worked so hard, you've endured so much, but then someone offers you an easy way out, a shortcut, a chance to feel relief, if only for a moment. Your heart wants it, your mind reasons it, your body craves it, but every instinct you've been forging in struggle, every lesson learned, whispers, this is not the path. And that is the test. The final challenge doesn't just push externally, it pushes internally. It pushes your morals, your courage, your resilience. There are moments when all three may converge. A single day, a single hour, when emotional triggers hit, bad news lands, and temptation calls, all at once. Your world feels like chaos. Your mind screams for escape. Your body trembles, your heart races, your soul strains to keep up. And that is the essence of the final challenge. Not one obstacle, not one difficulty, but the convergence of everything you've been trained to endure, everything you've been prepared to face, everything you've been forged for. Imagine it again. A message appears on your phone, bad news, a mistake uncovered. You feel betrayed by someone close. At the same time, a seemingly easy escape lies before you, a temptation to abandon your discipline, your path, your purpose. Your emotions surge, panic rises, doubt creeps in. The weight of the moment feels crushing. And yet this is your opportunity. For the first time, everything converges to show you who you truly are. Will you crumble under pressure? Or will the strength built from countless struggles, from countless storms and fires, carry you through? Because the final challenge is not just external. It's not a person. It's not an event. It is the ultimate test of your mind, your heart, your soul. It is the moment where preparation meets destiny, where everything you've endured, everything you've trained for, must be applied flawlessly, or else it is wasted. And the most important truth, you will feel fear, you will feel doubt, you will feel exhaustion, you will feel pain, you will feel temptation. But none of that is a sign of weakness. It is the fire, the storm, the test, preparing you for your ultimate moment of triumph. Remember this. No matter how intense the emotional triggers, no matter how sudden the bad news, no matter how seductive the temptation, you are ready. You have been forged, you have been trained, you have been tested, and the final challenge, when it arrives, will not find you unprepared. It will find you strong, it will find you steady, it will find you determined, and when you face it, you will rise, because all the struggles, all the fires, all the storms have led you to this. This is your moment, and the final challenge, in whatever form it takes, is waiting. But you are ready. And most people will fail without even realizing it. The real battle won't be outside, it will be inside you. You feel it, don't you? That tug, that pull inside you. A war you can't see, but you feel in every thought, every breath, every beat of your heart. Fear versus faith, doubt versus intuition, reaction versus control. Listen to your own mind for a moment. It whispers, what if you fail? What if this isn't meant for you? Stay safe. Don't risk it. Don't step forward. And then almost immediately another voice responds. You know it's worth it. You feel it in your gut. Move. Even if you don't see the path clearly. Fear, faith. They circle each other, sometimes violently, sometimes quietly, sometimes so subtle you almost miss it. Do you notice it? The fear that makes your chest tighten, the doubt that clouds your mind, the urge to react immediately, instinctively, and yet, somewhere underneath it all, there is a quiet, persistent faith, a still, small voice telling you, you can handle this. You are ready. Trust yourself. Trust the process. But it's not easy, is it? Fear screams louder at times. Doubt grows stronger in the quiet moments. Your impulses want to take control. Your instincts want to lash out, retreat, or flee. And inside, you argue with yourself. Maybe I should wait. Maybe it's too risky. No, I feel it. I must act. But what if I'm wrong? But what if I'm right? The battle goes on, minute after minute, thought after thought, heart beating faster, mind spinning. And that's exactly what internal conflict feels like. It isn't a single moment of decision. It isn't a simple yes or no. It is layers one on top of another, voices competing, emotions clashing, instincts battling intentions. Fear tells you to shrink. Faith tells you to rise. Doubt tells you to question everything. Intuition whispers clarity. And you stand in the middle. Corn, confused, trying to sort the noise, trying to find the thread of truth, trying to find control. Control, that's the hardest part. Not giving in to every reaction. Not allowing fear to dictate your choices. Not letting doubt paralyze you. It's the art of restraint, the art of discernment, the art of listening deeply to the right voice amidst the chaos. And it's subtle. It doesn't arrive with fanfare. It doesn't shout. It whispers. Breathe. Pause. Think. Feel. And yet, when you are caught in the storm, it is almost impossible to hear. Your inner dialogue becomes a battlefield. What if I fail? What if I'm not enough? What if it's dangerous? And faith responds. Fear is a sign. Fear is proof that this matters. Fear is the measure of growth. Fear means you're stepping into what you're meant for. Doubt versus intuition. Doubt says, you can't trust yourself. You're unsure. You might make a mistake. Intuition says, you already know the answer. You've felt it for a long time. Trust your gut. Trust your heart. And you repeat it silently in your mind. Trust myself, trust myself, trust myself. Because sometimes faith and intuition aren't loud. Sometimes they are quiet, subtle, easily drowned out by fear, by doubt, by impulse. Reaction versus control. The urge to lash out. The impulse to flee. The instinct to grab the easy answer or to hide it. And the choice is yours. Will you act immediately, or will you pause and respond deliberately? Because that pause, that moment of control, is where power lies. It is where mastery begins. A fear will try again. Doubt will come back. Impulses will tempt you. And each time you face it, you strengthen the muscle of discernment, the muscle of awareness, the muscle of inner authority. So recognize it when it comes. The inner conflict, the push, the pull, the part of you that wants to hide, the part of you that knows you must act. Sit with it, name it, feel it, say silently, fear, I see you, doubt, I acknowledge you, reaction, I am aware of you, and then, faith, I choose you, intuition, I trust you, control, I take you. Do you feel the shift? It doesn't remove fear, it doesn't silence doubt, it doesn't stop impulses, but it allows you to rise above them. It allows you to act not blindly, not recklessly, but with clarity. This is internal conflict. This is the battlefield inside, the place where every choice matters, the place where you test your strength, where you learn your limits, where you discover your resilience. And the more you face it, the more you practice it, the more you repeat this inner dialogue, the stronger you become. Of fear versus faith, doubt versus intuition, reaction versus control. Not enemies to destroy, not weaknesses to erase, but forces to balance, all part of your growth, all part of your preparation. And when the time comes, when the final challenge arrives, you will know exactly how to respond. Because you've mastered the storm inside. You've faced the voices. You've trained your mind. You've forged your spirit. And in that moment, fear becomes focus. Doubt becomes discernment. Reaction becomes control. You are ready. Even if the conflict never truly disappears, you have learned to rise above it. You have learned to act with strength, clarity, and purpose. And that is power. One wrong reaction could cost everything. This is where most chosen ones fail. Most people fail. Not because life is unfair. Not because destiny is cruel. Not because they aren't capable. They fail because they forget. They forget the rules of the test. The quiet, invisible rules that determine who rises and who falls. They fail by acting emotionally. By letting anger control their choices. By letting frustration dictate their steps. By letting sadness paralyze their hearts. They react before they think. They lash out before they pause. They make decisions in the heat of the moment, and then wonder why the world seems against them. Have you ever noticed it? The people who seem to crash again and again, they are ruled by emotion. Every disappointment becomes rage. Every setback becomes despair. Every fear becomes a wall they can't climb. And then you've felt it too, haven't you? The moment when your heart wanted to act, before your mind had a chance to catch up. The moment when frustration almost made you quit. The moment when despair almost stole your clarity. That is the first way people fail, acting emotionally. The second way, ignoring intuition. It hides in subtle ways. A quiet nudge you dismiss, a feeling in your gut you label imagination, a whisper you call unnecessary worry. But that whisper is truth. That feeling is guidance. That instinct is your higher self, your preparation, your life force speaking to you. Most people ignore it. They override it with logic, distraction, or denial, and then they wonder why they make the wrong choice. Think about it. How many times have you known something deep down, and yet chose the easier, safer, more comfortable path? How many times has the choice led to regret, pain, or confusion? That is the second way people fail, ignoring intuition. The third, and perhaps the most common, giving in to fear. Fear comes in many forms. Fear of failure, fear of judgment, fear of losing what you have or never getting what you want. Fear whispers in your ear. Stop. You're not ready. You can't do this. Wait. And if you listen, if you surrender, you remain stagnant. You remain small. You remain trapped. Most people give in. Most people let fear guide them. And in doing so, they fail the test. But you feel differently, don't you? Somewhere deep inside, you recognize these patterns. You notice them in others. You notice them in yourself. And you feel separate. You see that acting emotionally, ignoring intuition, giving in to fear. These are the traps. These are the hidden pitfalls that claim so many. And right now, just by listening, just by being aware, you are different. You are awake to the rules of the test. You are awake to the patterns that destroy most people, and the patterns that will allow you to rise. Because here's the truth. The test isn't about luck. It's not about timing. It's not about talent. It's about control. It's about awareness. It's about listening to the quiet truths no one else hears. When you act emotionally, you lose. When you ignore intuition, you lose. When you give in to fear, you lose. But when you pause, breathe, listen, observe, and choose carefully, you rise. You pass the test. You are one of the few. Think about it. Most people panic. Most people rush. Most people surrender. And yet here you are, listening, reflecting, feeling the weight of awareness settle in your chest. That awareness, that recognition, is your edge. It sets you apart. It gives you power. It makes you ready. So the next time fear whispers, don't obey it. The next time your emotions scream, don't let them control you. The next time intuition calls, don't ignore it. Because every choice matters. Every action shapes the outcome. Every moment is a chance to either fail or rise. And right now, just by knowing this, just by being aware, you are already different from most. You are awake. You are alert. You are prepared. Remember this. Act emotionally and the world will crush you. Ignore intuition and the path will vanish. Give in to fear and your potential will remain locked. But act with awareness. Follow your inner guidance. Rise above fear. And you will pass the test. You will stand apart. You will be ready for the moment that matters most. But you were given this message for a reason. So how do you pass when the moment comes? Right now, take a deep breath. Feel the weight in your chest. Feel the tension in your mind. Feel the pull of fear, doubt, and chaos. And know this. You can learn to rise above it. You can learn to move through pressure without losing yourself. First, staying calm under pressure. Pressure comes in many forms. A deadline that feels impossible. A problem that appears out of nowhere. A storm of emotions swirling so fast it feels like you might break. Most people panic. Most people react immediately. And in doing so, they make things worse. But you can pause. You can stop, breathe, observe. Think about a storm at sea. The waves crash violently. The wind howls, the sky is dark. A sailor who panics will be tossed and broken. A sailor who remains calm, who watches the waves, who measures the wind, can navigate safely through the chaos. Pressure is your storm. Your mind is your ship. Your calm is the rudder. Even if your heart races, even if your hands shake, you can choose calm. You can choose to observe before acting. And in that calm, clarity emerges. Solutions appear. Strength rises. Imagine a moment. A mistake has been made at work. A friend has betrayed you. Your plans crumble in an instant. Panic rises. Anger surges, but you pause, you breathe. You step back. And suddenly the right choice is visible. The correct path, the solution, the next step, reveals itself. That is the power of calm under pressure. A second, trusting intuition. Intuition is subtle. It whispers. It doesn't shout. It doesn't demand attention. It may come as a feeling in your gut, a quiet certainty in your heart, a nudge when logic tells you otherwise. Most people ignore it. They listen only to fear, doubt, or reason. They ask, am I sure? They wait, hesitate, delay, and opportunity slips by. But you can learn to trust it. Listen to that inner voice. Feel it. Acknowledge it. Even when the world says otherwise. Picture this. You have a choice between two paths. One seems safe, predictable, logical. The other feels risky, uncertain. But your intuition pulls toward it. Most people choose safety. But intuition often leads to growth. It leads to preparation. It leads to destiny. Trusting your intuition doesn't mean ignoring reality. It doesn't mean acting blindly. It means listening deeply and combining that wisdom with awareness, calm, and reflection. The third, delaying reaction. Reaction is instinctive. It's immediate. It's emotional. But reaction is often destructive. Pause. Delay. Step back. Even a single moment of delay, a breath, a pause, can change the outcome completely. Think about arguments. A harsh word said in anger can break a relationship. A calm pause, a measured response can save it. Think about decisions under pressure. A rash choice can cost opportunities, peace, or progress. A deliberate pause allows clarity, allows perspective. Delaying reaction doesn't mean ignoring your instincts. It doesn't mean weakness. It means strength. It means control. It means mastery over yourself. Imagine a fire raging around you. Immediate action without thought could lead to harm. But a measured approach, patience, reflection, can allow you to navigate through safely. The same is true in life. So repeat it silently to yourself. Observe. Respond with clarity. Trust my intuition. Stay calm, no matter the pressure. And then imagine the next storm. Your mind racing. Your heart pounding. Your body wanting to react immediately. You breathe. You pause. You observe. You listen to your inner voice. You choose carefully. You act deliberately. And suddenly the storm no longer controls you. The fire no longer dictates your movement. The chaos becomes manageable. This is how you move through life with awareness. This is how you turn struggle into preparation. This is how you rise above the test, above the pressure, above fear, doubt, and reaction. Remember, calmness under pressure is strength. Trusting intuition is wisdom. Delaying reaction is mastery. And when you combine all three, you are unstoppable. You are prepared. You are aware. You are ready for anything. Other storms will come. The fires will rise. The challenges will test you. But with calm intuition and deliberate action, you will rise. You will endure. You will prevail. And that is power. Because the moment will come unexpectedly. If you pass this test, everything changes. You've endured. You've struggled. You've faced fear, doubt, and every storm life could throw at you. And now, something is shifting. But it starts small, a subtle change, a quiet sense in your chest, like the weight you've carried for so long is lifting just slightly. A spark, a pulse, a whisper telling you it's happening. You've made it through. Then, it grows. A breakthrough, a moment where clarity floods your mind, and the barriers that once seemed insurmountable begin to crumble. You see solutions that were invisible before. Paths that were hidden now stretch out before you, and for the first time, you feel the power of your own perseverance. Every challenge you faced, every fire you endured, every storm you survived, was not punishment, it was preparation, and now it shows. Opportunities appear, doors that were locked swing open, the impossible becomes possible, the path forward illuminated. It isn't always loud. Sometimes it's subtle, a phone call, a chance meeting, a sudden idea, a spark of inspiration. But the impact is undeniable. You realize something profound. The power you've been seeking, the strength you've been hoping for, the clarity you've been longing for. It was inside you all along. You simply had to endure, to train, to rise above fear, doubt, and distraction. And as this breakthrough settles, you notice the transformation within yourself. You are no longer the person who doubted, the person who panicked, the person who gave in to fear. You are someone stronger, someone sharper, someone who has mastered themselves, and in turn the world around them. This is the personal power that comes after struggle. Not arrogance, not dominance, but clarity, control, presence. The ability to face challenges with calm, to trust yourself, to act deliberately, and to move with confidence even in chaos. And the opportunities, they multiply. Paths you couldn't see before, now visible. Doors that seem permanently closed, now open. Connections, ideas, and possibilities unfolding before you. Because the universe recognizes preparation. Because strength attracts opportunity. Because those who endure eventually rise. Feel it in your chest. Feel it in your mind. Feel it in your soul. The breakthrough, the reward, the culmination. It is tangible. It is undeniable. It is yours. And yet it comes with something else. A deeper awareness. A realization that life will always test you. That challenges will continue. But now you have the power to face them. Because personal power isn't just success. It's mastery. It's knowing your limits and transcending them. It's walking forward with courage, clarity, and intention. Oh, you remember the struggle. You remember the fear. You remember the nights of doubt and the storms you survived. And you see now every trial, every moment of uncertainty was leading to this. This moment of triumph. This moment of power. Take a breath, feel it. The breakthrough is real, the opportunities are real, the personal power yours. And as the intensity builds, you realize one final truth. Nothing can take this away from you. Not fear, not doubt, not challenge. You have earned it. You have mastered it. You have become unstoppable. The world opens to you now. The path ahead clear, the horizon limitless. And for the first time, you feel the full magnitude of what you've achieved. The fire, the storms, the struggle, all of it has shaped you, refined you, elevated you. And now, at the peak of your journey, you stand triumphant. This is the reward, the breakthrough, the opportunities, the personal power. And you know, deep in your soul, that nothing will ever hold you back again. Breathe it in, feel it, own it. Because you are no longer the person who doubted, feared, or panicked. You are the one who endured, the one who rose, the one who is ready for anything. And this is only the beginning. But first you must prove yourself. If you're hearing this, you're already ahead. Listen carefully, because this is the moment you've been preparing for. Every struggle, every storm, every fire has been leading you here. And now the time is coming. The moment is approaching, and there is no more waiting, no more delay, no more excuses. You are ready, you are prepared, you are chosen. Repeat it in your mind. I am ready, I am prepared, I am chosen. Let it feel the urgency. It is not a threat, it is a call to rise, a call to act, a call to claim your destiny. Do you feel it? The pulse in your chest, the fire in your mind, the stirring in your soul. That is your destiny calling. That is the moment approaching that you were born to face. Say it again. I am ready. I am strong. I am unstoppable. The world will test you. Life will challenge you. Fear will whisper. Doubt will press. Temptation will call. And still you will rise. Because you have been trained. Because you have endured. Because you have faced yourself and emerged stronger, wiser, and unshakable. I feel the urgency. The time is now, not tomorrow, not later, not when I am ready. The moment is here, and if you hesitate, if you doubt, opportunity slips away. So stand tall, stand firm, stand with your heart open and your mind sharp. Say it one more time, slowly, deliberately, aloud in your soul. I am ready, I am powerful, I am the one. Everything you've endured, every fear you've faced, every storm you've survived, has been preparing you for this exact moment. Your destiny is not a distant dream. It is here. It is calling. It is waiting. You are different. You are awake. You are aware. You are prepared. Most will fail. Most will crumble. Most will give in. But not you. Not now. Not ever. Repeat it. Feel it. I am chosen. I am unstoppable. I am ready. Do not wait. Do not hesitate. Do not let fear or doubt slow you down. The path is in front of you. The challenge is here. The reward is yours to claim. Take this moment, breathe it in, feel it in every fiber of your being, and let it ignite the fire inside you. You have been trained for this. You have been prepared for this. You have been chosen for this. And now rise. Rise with courage. Rise with clarity. Rise with power. Your destiny is calling. Your time is now. You are ready. You are unstoppable. You are the one. Say it one last time. Let it resonate deep inside. I am ready. I am powerful. I am unstoppable. I am the chosen one. And as you step forward, know this. The world bends to the one who is prepared. The universe moves for the one who is aware. Destiny belongs to the one who rises. You are that one. And nothing can stop